Hi guys, I'm Sammy or Sam. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be here with you today. Before we get into what this video is about, I want to just say all the boring YouTube related things. If you're interested in more content like the one I offer, which features books, reading vlogs, some lifestyle stuff, then go ahead and click the subscribe button below. I also am going to be linking my Instagram, my TikTok, my Goodreads, and my Pinterest. With all that housekeeping out of the way, let's get into what this video is actually about. You may be like me, and you might have seen my boyfriend pics, my TBR. I have neither of those lovely people in my life. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a boyfriend. Instead of husband picking out a TBR, boyfriend picking out a TBR, I'm gonna have my best friend Ari do it. She is not like deep into the world of reading, but I'm gonna go over to her house tomorrow and bring all of these books with me. I have so many books sitting in front of me, and she's going to pick 6 out of 16 books on my physical TBR for me to read in the month of June. And to make things more interesting, I've put in 4-ish books that I actually have been putting off reading because I'm just not interested in reading them. So I'm going to put those 4 in there, and then we're going to see what happens tomorrow. I'm really nervous she's going to pick what I don't want to read. It's up to her. My reading journey for this month is in her hands. So really quickly, I'm going to go through the books that I'm bringing to her house. After I go over quickly just the titles of what I have to bring with me to her tomorrow, I'm going to tell you guys what I am hoping to read in June. And then we're going to see how my hopeful TBR compares to my actual TBR that she has given me for June. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. We have Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. We have Malibu Rising, The Roughest Draft by Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. Beach Read by Emily Henry. We have the novella, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. And then we have, of course, Twilight. And then let's talk about what is on my Kindle. 2 Carissa Broadbent books. We have Daughter of No Worlds, and we have Serpent and the Wings of the Night. We have Throne of Glass. We have Powerless by Elsie Silver. And Caraval by Stephanie Garber. So those are 5 other books on my Kindle that she'll get to pick from. So what is it that I do want to read this month? Well, I'll tell you right now. The Roughest Draft, Twilight, Short Second Life, Beach Read, Malibu Rising, Powerless, and Daughter of No Worlds. But I promise you guys this. She has no idea what I'm bringing her. She has no idea what I want to read. And I'm going to try to pull my best poker face tomorrow to ensure that she just remains clueless and just picks whatever she thinks I'd enjoy. You could scoot over. Okay. Can you just, you know. We're friends.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Well, that's awkward.
Okay. So I'm here with Ari.
Hi, guys.
She's bestie. And she's gonna pick the books.
I'm not a book girl.
I'm so nervous because I can see books in here that I just don't want to touch. That I've tried to read before, and I'm just like, absolutely not. But she's gonna pick them. I'm gonna explain them in like 2 sentences. You can judge a book by its cover.
I can.
So if you think the cover is cute or cool in any way, you can also pick it because of that. It doesn't have to be that deep.
Okay.
This is just to challenge me because I'm a mood reader, so like based off of what I'm feeling, like, oh, I want to read a fantasy, oh, I want to read a romance, oh, I want to read a thriller, but like, I should try to not be a mood reader this month and see how that goes. So you'll pick what books you want me to read,
okay,
and then you can put them in an order. I have already given them like what I'm hoping for, but I have like what I want to read, and we're going to see how closely she matches that. So we're going to start. I have 2 piles. They're both covered, so she can't see the first books.
Did you just like hand me the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Apple.
So this is Twilight.
Okay, wait, Twilight. Apple. I knew that.
Apple.
Okay, wait. I've seen the movies.
Yeah.
It has to be good.
Yeah. So
You need to read this.
So this would be a reread. Because
Yes.
I've already read Twilight. I read it 2 summers ago for the first time.
I want to read this, honestly.
And it's incredible. And I want to reread it because I read it in June 2 summers ago, and I feel like it's time for me to do a reread.
Unconditionally and irrevocably in love with
That's
him.
just the best line in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, literally. And so that's the first book. And obviously, it's Twilight. So Edward's a vampire. Bella is like, I think he's kind of sus. And she's like, I want to date him. And then he's like, but I like your blood a lot. And so it's really tension-filled. But like,
Okay, so am I supposed to like rate the book or like?
So you can we're just gonna talk about it a little bit, and then
I think
we'll go through all of them, and then you'll pick after.
I think this would be a fun reread.
Yeah.
Like
You
mindless.
can make piles.
Like,
you can make like a no pile.
I'm gonna make
you
a
can
yes
make like a
and
maybe, and then a no. Okay, yeah.
This is a yes. I feel like this is fun.
Okay.
Like this is a fun read.
Okay.
Like you're by the pool, you're tanning. Twilight.
Okay.
Easy read. Okay. This will be my guess. I might switch these up a little bit as I'm
Okay.
seeing the other ones.
So this is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is fantasy. And basically this girl has like a curse on her or something like that, where she'll like meet somebody, and then the minute she like leaves their like face, their presence, so they like don't recognize her from when she walked into the shop.
Interesting. So like her face is forgettable.
Mm-hmm. Everything changes. The last line says everything changes when a guy remembers her name. So this is fantasy,
What is it?
a little bit of romance.
Can I hold it? Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
you can do your thing.
this is. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. It looks like you weren't enjoying it because she stopped reading it. Like, I feel like if you really wanted to read it, you like there's a bookmark. So
Honestly,
when kisses were traded like pieces in a game.
No, but I like the what I've read so far. Like I love. So there's some lines in there that I really love. It was so slow.
It's a slow read.
It felt so slow. I only got to page 62.
Okay, I'm honestly gonna put this as a maybe.
Okay.
I'm not that excited about it. It seemed like a good thing, but the fact that you stopped.
But I also like look how big the pages are, and then look how little the words are. Like somebody.
I know, but if it was a book you really liked, I feel like you would have.
I would go through it. You're so right, because I did read Gone Girl like super fast. Next book, Malibu Rising by TJR. I love TJR here. I'm a TJR stan. So basically, have you heard of like Daisy Jones and the Six?
No.
And like Evelyn Hugo? Yeah, she's not a book girly, I told you. But Daisy Jones and the Six is now like a show on Amazon Prime, and it's very good, but the book is fire. But this follows, I believe her name is Nina Riva. So something interesting about Taylor Jenkins Reid is she will do, it's called people call it the Rivaverse. So there's a lot of characters that are interconnected. Like you could draw like how, like Colette and I joke like the exchange has like a flow chart. You can connect everybody to each other through like a bunch of different people.
Okay.
These books kind of have that similar vibe going on.
Like in Disney, like Rapunzel's, like parents
or like
on the
think
same
like
ship,
MCU
like,
kind of vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the multiverse. So that's the vibe, and I believe it's just like this goes through an entire night of a party, and a bunch of people have some secrets, and it's like very thriller, but like in one night summer vibes. Obviously the cover is pretty cool.
Okay, I'm putting this in the yes pile. For the reason that she said that one of her favorite books of all time is Daisy Jones and the Six. And because she was hyping up this author so much, Taylor
Jenkins Reid.
But this is a yes, because you did seem very excited about her novels. Confident about my decision.
This is Almond. I do not know how to say this person's last name.
The cover is fire.
The cover is so good.
That's
so this
cool.
is literary fiction, which I'm going to be honest is a little out of my comfort zone. This kind of goes over like grief, loss. There's like he struggles, the main character Yunjae struggles to feel emotion. He's not Yunjae. He's very lonely, very isolated. I think his family might like die or something like that, which leaves him alone. I'm not sure. I haven't read any of it. But then he like meets another friend, and they kind of like grieve together and have like a deep bond. And then Yunjae kind of has to like, it's like kind of like coming of age. So okay, that's a no.
It's a hard. Yeah. I guess.
Okay, I'm really good.
Yeah, that's my no.
This is Rock Paper.
Have we been doing good so far?
Yeah, you've been doing good.
Okay.
This is Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney. I have started this book already. I stopped it to make a reading vlog. But basically,
Can I hold it?
Yeah. So basically, it follows a couple. Their names are literally Mr. and Mrs. Wright. And they go on their anniversary trip that she won from work or something. Mm-hmm. And he has face blindness. So he can't recognize anybody. And so he knows that they're married. Yeah, he can't even recognize his own wife. This is a thriller. Ooh. So they go away on a trip, and some stuff starts to happen, and they're like, wait, did somebody set us up to go on this trip to, like, haunt us or, like, mess with us? Or, like, is their marriage going to be saved?
Okay, this is cool. I kind of like this a lot. I'm going to put this as a yes. I feel like that's fire. This is, like, in between yes and maybe. Yeah.
I didn't tell you. You can give me 6 books.
Oh, you can only have 6 in the yeses?
Like, well, you can, I would say, like, anywhere between 6 and 8 books. That's the...
I might make a switch right now. I might take out Twilight and put it in maybe. This isn't a final decision.
Okay.
But, actually, no, low-key this in the maybe. This will be in the maybe. It's interesting. I'm putting this one in the maybe.
Next. This is another Twilight book. This follows a girl named Brie Tanner. You've seen the Twilight movies? This is that girl. So this follows, like, her changing, and, like, becoming a vampire. So that's what that book is about.
That's cool, but I'm not
It's short.
I would say maybe.
Intrigued.
I would say maybe.
Okay.
I feel like you're already reading something Twilighty.
Yeah.
This is your dark book of the summer. I don't think you need another dark book in there.
That's fair. Next book. Beach Read by Emily Henry.
Yes.
This would be a reread.
I think yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you why? Because Sam, when she does this thing, this little...
tabs.
That means she really likes it. Enough to annotate.
She has one of my books over there that has the tabs.
But explain the book.
Okay, we have Augustus Everett and January Andrews. They were rivals in college, like academic rivals, and they both are in similar workforce. They write books. Yeah. He writes literary fiction, and she writes, like, fluffy romance. They both end up being neighbors on, like, a lake, and they both are dealing with some writer's block. So they make a deal that they're going to switch genres for the summer, and she's going to write a book in his genre, literary fiction. They make the deal, and throughout this, they kind of, like, take each other on these little outings to get inspiration for their books. So the last line says, everyone will finish a book and no one will fall in love, really. So this is a romance.
I love that.
But it's not a romance. Because Emily Henry does not write romance. Emily Henry writes literary fiction with a subplot of romance. Her writing is too good. You said yes, so I can say all this.
Yes. This is a hard yes.
Hard yes. I have Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. Have you heard of Normal People? No. It's okay, I forgive you. I actually don't know what this is about. I'm just going to read the back. Frances is a cool-headed and darkly observant young woman, vaguely pursuing a career in writing while studying in Dublin. Her best friend is the beautiful and endlessly self-possessed Bobby. At a local poetry performance one night, they meet a well-known photographer, and as the girls are gradually drawn into her world, Frances is reluctantly impressed by the older woman's sophisticated home and handsome husband, Nick. But however amusing Frances and Nick's flirtation seems at first, it begins to give way to a strange and then painful intimacy. So it talks about, like, female friendship, growing up a little bit, like the early 20s vibe. And it takes place in the UK. No? Hard no or maybe?
Hard no. Like, I mean, it seems okay.
Sally Rooney's a really good author, but
it's just not very, like...
Summer? Or
it's not very, like, intriguing. I need to look at the other options, but there really wasn't anything intriguing about this to me. You know, like, there's nothing, like, spicy, nothing fun. It was just, like, friends meet a photographer, and they just, like, go into her world.
There's probably drama.
Which is probably good, but I feel like this is, like, a snooze read, like, a slow read. Like, before you go to bed, read 10 pages, like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not really aching to get back to the book. Okay, this next book is Little Women.
I love Little Woman. I've read Little Woman.
You've read Little... Okay, here we go! So this is... I've had this edition forever. I've had this since, like, 2018. Beautiful cover. So you know what this is about. We follow the March sisters. It's a coming-of-age story. So... think about it.
But I'm biased because I love this book. We have like an old classic book here. We have a
Not you holding Little Women and calling Twilight an old classic.
But I'm saying like that's something like it's a movie. This is like, okay, I'll call this the trashy read. Like you've already like,
yeah.
You know what I'm
comfy,
saying?
the comfy
the
read. The
not
comfort. The comfort
comfy
book.
read. Comfy read. This is summer. This has to be in there. Like literally look at the cover. It's like so bright and fun. This
Also
one I just
summer.
like,
And romance.
it just looks so cute and summery. Like this, I love this.
I want to get the UK cover.
This
so
adds
bad.
like a darkness, but like, do you see how the cover dark?
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
But also it is very like classic. It's an original.
Yeah.
I love that book. I think that's gonna be yes for right now. Just because I'm like, it adds a variety to these summery, comfy reads. That's asleep.
Wake it up. Okay.
She's petting the dogs. Petting the dogs.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I've had this since it came
What's it
out.
called?
Turtles All the Way Down. This is a John Green book. You know John Green, Fawn Our Stars, Paper Towns. John Green, like Tumblr, like
John Deere.
20.
John Deere, like the
No, not like the tractor. That's
lawnmower.
crazy. So this follows. I think her name's Asia, or Aza.
Aza?
I think it's. I'm gonna say Asia. Aja. I like Aja better. So she is like going over a mystery of a fugitive billionaire, and there's a reward at stake, and so they navigate that investigation, and she's trying to be like a good friend, a good daughter, a good student, and a good detective, while also living with the ever tightening spiral of her own thoughts.
Okay, I'm gonna make a switch.
Okay.
I'm gonna put one of these two. I'm gonna put one of these two in the nose, just because they give me similar vibes.
Okay.
Forgets her face of his wife.
Okay.
Forgets her face.
Do you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's forgotten. Yeah.
So one of these needs to over here.
Okay. That's fantasy. I believe this is like fantasy.
You don't like fantasy, though.
I love.
Are you sure?
Are you on?
Oh, wait, you do.
I
You're wolf girl.
That's crazy.
Or maybe who doesn't
Wolf
like...
girl. Why are you saying that? Because I just asked you if you knew what lycanthrope means.
I was like, no, I don't know what lycanthrope. Okay.
Lycanthropy, werewolves. Have you not seen Harry Potter? Sorry.
Okay, this one. I want to see what I'm too excited about this one.
Seriously.
So I'm putting this one here.
Okay. That one. Turtles All the Way Down is in the no pile.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Something about like the forgetting faces needs to like.
I didn't realize.
Happy about this. You seemed happy about this.
I like it because it's Twilight adjacent. I don't really care though. I've had this book for 3 years and I haven't touched it. Okay.
I'm keeping this one. This one's gonna go in the nose.
Okay, bye Alice Feeney. Okay, so this is the roughest draft. This is by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. So this basically follows two writers. They used to write books together, and there was like a big falling out. We don't know what it is. And they stopped writing books together, and they have to write one more book. So they go back and they write together. And I believe they, like, before their falling out and in their falling out, they kind of write to each other through their books. So I believe they write romance. Yo no sé. So it says, while passion and prose push them closer together in the Florida heat, Katrina and Nathan will learn that relationships, like writing, sometimes take a few rough drafts before they get it right. If there's cartoon characters on the front, the people that are on the front of the book are falling in love.
Oh wait, and they go back between their perspectives?
Yeah. So it's
I love books
dual
like
POV.
that. Okay, wait, I do like that. That kind of sold me. I'm gonna put that in the maybes.
So these are romances. Country small town romances. So we have Flawless by Elsie Silver, and it's Enemies to Lovers. And it's a romance.
That's a yes.
Okay. That's a yes?
Yeah.
Like
and
a hard yes?
You never read a country.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that hard yes.
And then we have Daughter of No Worlds by Clarissa Broadbent. This is fantasy. Ripped from a forgotten homeland as a child, Tisana learned how to survive with nothing but sharp wit and a touch of magic. But the night she tries to buy her freedom, she barely escapes with her life. Desperate to save the best friend she left behind, Tisana journeys to the Orders, the most powerful organizations of magic wielders in the world. But to join their ranks, she must complete an apprenticeship with Max. I'm just going to call him Max, because that's what everyone else calls him. With Max, a handsome and reclusive fire wielder who despises the Orders.
Why are you smiling?
I don't know. I love fantasy. The Order's intentions are cryptic, and Tisana must prove herself under the threat of looming war. But even more dangerous are her feelings growing for Max. The bloody past he wants to forget may be the key to her future or the downfall of them both. But Tisana will stop at nothing to save those she abandoned, even if that means gambling in the Order's deadly games, even if it means sacrificing your heart, even if it means wielding death itself.
Okay. Intense read.
Yeah. That's a fantasy. You just put another romance in the yes. And that's a fantasy.
Put fantasy here. And yes.
I have another fantasy. I have 2 other fantasies.
Okay.
No, I'm vetoing one of them. I don't want to read Caraval. We have Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas.
I think I've heard of that
You've
one.
heard of ACOTAR, right? A Court of Thorns and Roses?
Yes.
So she wrote ACOTAR. In a land without magic, an assassin is summoned to the castle. She has no love for the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass. But she has not come to kill him. She has come to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 murderers, thieves, and warriors in a competition, she will be released
I like this
from
one.
prison to serve. So this is like
I like that one.
Hunger
better.
Games,
I like this
like
one.
fantasy though.
I like this one.
So you want me to read Throne of
Yes,
Glass?
100%. That's fire.
Okay, so Throne of Glass
Throne of Glass is a yes.
fire. Is the yes. I might actually have to run to Barnes & Noble and buy the physical copy. We're done. Those are all the
Okay,
books.
so
you can shuffle them around. So right now she has Twilight, Malibu Rising, Beach Read, Little Women, and the Yes pile, along with Powerless by Elsie Silver and Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas.
Okay, this is gonna be a no because you already have a Twilight in here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna double Twilight yet.
Okay, so Short
putting
Second
this in
Life
the no.
has been put in the nose.
Okay, wait. What is my variety right now? What are these genres I have? I have a classic.
So you have like a classic. You have like a rom-com vibe.
Okay.
You have literary fiction, a drama. We'll call this a drama. And then you have, is Twilight a fantasy?
Yeah.
Like a fantasy romance
Vampire
vibe.
romance.
And then you have the romance, like the straight up like country romance, small town romance. And then you have the Hunger Games, but like fantasy.
Okay. And what are these two?
I think that one's fantasy,
Okay.
and then that one's a rom-com. So the maybes
know
are
how
Invisible
that
Life
is.
of Addie LaRue, and then The Roughest Draft.
Little Women, a classic. I love Little Women. Twilight. You know, like you've seen the movie, so you already have like an image in your head. Fun read.
I think you'd like
comfy
the
read.
books.
Yeah, I need to read it.
So
yeah, this rainy read. You know, obviously you don't want to read something summery if it's raining outside. You're inside. You know.
thank you. She understands me.
I get this. I just think this is so fun.
I know.
She hyped up this author a lot. Beach read. I can always tell by these little sticky notes. You said this is a romance, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a yes.
Okay.
You need to read this. And then we had the
2
country
rereads, yes.
country romance.
On my Kindle, we have Powerless
Summer's
by
time for
Elsie
a
Silver. So that's Countryman.
And the reason I say that is because she's never read one before. You're expanding
Yes.
a little. It's your uncomfy
You're
read.
right.
And then
Throne of Glass.
Fantasy, Throne of
Fantasy.
Glass. That just sounded epic. Like
It
this
sounds
girl
epic.
has to fight all these people in order to win her freedom.
Yeah.
These people like compete with them. That's fire. That's,
Okay.
I'm confident. in my
Do you
decisions.
want to see what my
predictions?
my yeses? So this isn't a yes for me, but I knew she was going to pick Little Women. I knew without a doubt she was going to pick Little Women solely because of... I honestly didn't even know you read it, but I thought
I love
the
it.
cover of it is just so up your alley
Yeah.
for like decor and like design and stuff that I felt like she was going to pick it. But that's not what I wanted.
Wait, crap. No, I feel like I'm disappointing you.
So what I wanted was Daughter of No Worlds. I really wanted to read. But it's okay, because I also really wanted to read Throne of Glass, so it's fine. I did want to read The Short Second Life, just because it's super short. It's like 200 something pages. And yeah, so it's an easy read, and plus like,
I should have done that.
I love Twilight, but it's
Super
okay. I'm happy with what you picked. I wanted The Roughest Draft because I obviously love a book about writers. I really want to get into this because apparently people really love it. And I've heard it's really good. I wanted to reread Beach Read, I wanted to read Malibu Rising, and I wanted to reread Twilight. So
Okay.
you aced it, and you aced the Kindle. Like,
So-
I really did want to read the country reads. The only thing I was nervous about was, like, if they're not closed door, which I don't think they... So closed door and open door. An open door romance is it's a little dirty. And closed door means it's clean. So I don't know if this is closed door or open door. And so if I come across something that's open door, I'll skip it. I am a firm believer in the fact that I do not think any kind of smut in a book adds anything to a story. If you're confused as to why I do that,
Hashtag purity.
the eyes are the lamp of the body. What we're looking at and what we're listening to affects our purity. You cannot say that you're seeking purity or that you want to pursue purity and you don't have a purity mindset. meaning what you're watching and what you're listening to.
Yeah.
That's a firm belief for myself.
That's why I don't read Colleen Hoover.
So these are the books that Ari picked, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to try and read as many of these as I can, and then maybe at the end of June, Ari can be a little special guest on my wrap-up, so she can hear what I thought about the books that she chose. But I'm very excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time this video stumbled upon your homepage on YouTube. I don't really know how YouTube works, so we'll see what happens there. But I love you guys. You are blessed and you are capable, and Jesus loves you. Bye.
Outro.